everyone, it's me, Cass, and Merry Christmas! Happy Kwanzaa! And yeah, I hope you're all having a good vacation from school and maybe vacation from work and enjoying the holidays with family and friends, and maybe by yourself. I don't know what your situations are, but I hope you're having a good time regardless. I'm back. I am rid of the COVID. Thank goodness, right? It was a doozy. But I'm back. I'm still short of breath. I still have a little bit of a cough, but I'm gonna have that regardless because I do have asthma. And but I don't have a fever and I'm not dying. Thank goodness. Here is my hair. I got it professionally done. I pulled it into a half pony and then I braided it, and I have my little I don't know if you can see them, but I have my little skelly hands on both sides. So what I got done was they had to bleach it again so that it was lighter, and then I got dark to light. So when I pull it back, you can see the dark, but then you can see light here. And it's really cool. I love it. I feel like a Mountain Dew can. Like I should be on the Mountain Dew commercial. But yeah, so I got this done. And again, it was very expensive. Well, I'll just say that it was $400 again. It took 5 hours because they had to bleach it, and then after they bleached it, they also dyed it, so it was extra time. They had to mix up like customized green color because I didn't want like a yellowy green. I wanted more of a green, like a true green, I guess they call it. So that's what I got. It looks a lot greener on camera, but like this part is actually, like, my husband said it was a little bit more yellowy. But I really like it. So I got it done on the 23rd, which was like a few days ago. And not gonna lie, it was an intense day. I gave the person a 25% tip, so like rounded to $500. And yeah, that's a lot for a tip, but she did spend her whole entire lunch break like still doing my hair. And if you're like me, just smelling food just gets you feeling kind of nauseous when you're really hungry. So I felt really bad. I did tell her, like, while it's processing, like, go and have a sandwich, like, whatever. I'm your customer and whatnot. She was very polite, very nice. They're all so nice at this hair salon. It's absolutely crazy. It was a little awkward walking in. Every time they talk about this receptionist, like the other receptionist, I always like say, yeah, she was awesome. And I forget that I never asked this person their pronouns. And I think I'm getting corrected. And I just feel so bad because I messed up like 3 times. I don't like when I make mistakes on somebody's pronouns. So when I go back there, I'm gonna have to like ask. Also, my husband is really upset with me because of how much it was. It was very expensive to get your hair done professionally. It is crazy expensive, but is it worth it? So here's my opinion on whether it's worth getting your hair done professionally versus doing it yourself. I wanted to know for myself. This is just my opinion. You may have another opinion, and it's just an opinion. So I loved it. I don't think I would be able to. I am capable of doing this, but I don't think that I would want to bleach my hair by myself. like my full head of hair. I don't think I would want to do that. So yes, I would totally pay to get my hair bleached. Oh yeah, also I asked her how much she actually used for bleach. She said she used 900 mil, so I don't know how much that is because I'm really bad at math. But it was 900 mil. That's apparently a lot, so that's how much they used on my hair. So anyway, I would totally go back and get my hair bleached again. But as far as color goes, I really liked getting it done professionally, but it is really expensive. So let's put this into perspective. Dyeing your own hair is like around $50 for the products, less if you have thinner hair. It lasts about 2 to 4 weeks, so about a month. That's not bad. That all depends on the color, of course. That's also if you wash your hair once a week, or as infrequently as possible, with cold water, of course, and while using products made for dyed hair. That's gonna prolong the amount of time that you can have your color in your hair and it not fade. Professionally dyed, however, it takes more time. I had to take off of work for a total of 9 hours. That's a lot of hours that I'm not getting paid. Because I don't get vacation. That's a luxury thing, believe it or not. Anywho, $400 for one bleaching session. So that's $100 per 1 hour of service. And I paid a 25% tip, so that was $500 total. That's for one session. Depending on the color you're going for, you may need a second round of bleach, which would cost you the same as the last session. So again, another $500. So that totals out to $1,000. With of course the same rules applied for the permanent hair color as the semi-permanent hair colors. You want to wash it infrequently as possible, use products made for colored hair, and of course always wash with cold water. This is going to prolong the color. The color lasts longer than semi-permanent hair, and it's about like 8 weeks or more depending on the colors used. I mean, I was told 16 weeks, which is quite a long time for a hair dye to stay in. But that's if I apply all of those rules to ensure that the color doesn't fade as much. So that's going to be a lot of work cuz I don't have like a nice little spout thing, hose I should say. I don't have a hose to help with washing my hair. I would have to take a really cold shower. I don't want to do that when it's in the middle of winter. That sucks. However, do I want the hair to last? And do I want the $1,000 to basically I want the $1,000 to basically be worth that amount. So when I got home, it was like basically 7 minutes of me being absolutely blissfully happy about the outcome, about how beautiful my hair looked, and like just me feeling myself and like, huzzah, taking the day, seizing the day for myself. Okay, all that jazz. And I got home. It was like 7 minutes. And I walked in, hubby was there, and I was like, hey, this is what I got done. Do you like it? First thing out of his mouth was, no. And I go, but you wanted green. And he goes, well, this part is a little too yellow. Like, it's just more yellow than I thought it would be. Like, I thought you wanted it a little darker, basically. And so I was like, kind of just wanted to make it, like, I don't know what I was thinking. I wanted his, like, full support. and like him going, yeah, I like it, but I didn't get that response. So I was a little sad. I was bummed. And then he asked me the big question, how much was it? When you're married, you gotta be completely honest. I mean, if you're not gonna be honest, they're gonna find out anyway because of the bank accounts. So, I told him it was like 400 plus I gave her good tips of like 500. And he was like, what? He like freaked out, man. He freaked out. He told me that I was not going to be going back there. I told him, well, I have another appointment in February. And I overheard the lady say that to book me for another 4-hour appointment. So if it's $100 per hour, then it's gonna be like $400 again. And we just can't afford that. That's a lot of money. $400 to have this green? Yeah, for me and my happiness, I would pay that. But I had to be brought back to reality. I had like a reality check with my husband, and is it worth it? If you can do it yourself, you should do it yourself. But if you want to go and get it done professionally, then that's perfectly fine if you have the money to do it. I mean, if you have thick hair like me, you'll be spending a lot of money, let me tell you. But yeah, I didn't expect him to be so upset because that's what he wanted me to do. He was telling me that the semi-permanent hair dye thing was not gonna be a long-term thing. He quite frankly just came up to me and told me, I don't want you to be dyeing your hair with semi-permanent hair dye. What about permanent hair dye? Maybe you get it done professionally and like, and not do semi-permanent, do permanent, right? And I was like, well, that's gonna be expensive. I told him it was going to be expensive. I didn't know quite how expensive it was going to be. I thought it was gonna be like in the 200 range, and that would have been okay doable, but it was like twice as much as that. So yeah, so I have this hair and I love it so much, but now I feel like a piece of shit for spending so much money. And I could have like bought more presents for people in my family, or I could have used it and like just saved up for like a car or a house. Like $1,000 is $1,000 that you just can't get back. And I kind of like regret spending that much, but at the same time, that's what my husband wanted me to do, was to treat myself and to get something done professionally. And so I just followed what he wanted me to do. So I'm kind of like feeling lost. I'm like depressed because that's my husband and I live with him and I have to deal with him constantly like being like, that was expensive and what are you gonna do? Or you need to call him and get a quote. You need to call him and get a quote for February. That's the responsible thing to do. Sure, I can call him and be like, hey, how much is it? What do you say in that? What do you say in that situation? You already booked the appointment and now you have to call him and be like, hey, like my husband doesn't really want me to come back in February, but he wants me to ask you how much it's going to be for this appointment, and like what if it's going to be $400 again? Like, what if it is? Then I can't go back and get my roots touched up. So I don't know why they want 4 hours. Is it because they need to like re-dye this? I don't know. Like in 2 months? But they told me 16 weeks. That's only 8 weeks. So I'm confused about that. So I suppose. But I'm depressed because I really love this hair. This is the color I always wanted. Like, well, not always, but I found out that I always wanted. And I was really happy for the 7 minutes that I was able to be actually truly happy. It was nice. I haven't felt that happy in a really long time. But he kind of ruined it for me when was, I mean, he has a point. He has a really good point. It's expensive. $1,000 is very expensive, especially in this day and age. Oh, only $1,000 in the pandemic era is like crazy, you know? It's like gold mines, right? I gotta adjust myself. My legs fall asleep all the time. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I hope you will like it because, I got it done. I can't really go take it back. But I like it more than the blonde. I did like the blonde though, it was very pretty. But I don't like when my hair grows out and it's like dark and just in time for Christmas too. My grandma actually liked it too. So there's that. My mom liked it. I got to see my brother at Christmas, which I haven't seen him in a really long time. He didn't come to my birthday party, but I think he was just busy or something. And he's been doing really good in his college classes, so that's a plus. But I got to see him and I almost cried because I missed him so much. So that was nice. Since I wasn't able to do anything for Thanksgiving, it was nice to see him at Christmas. Yeah, it was really nice to see family at Christmas. So, yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna let you all go and have a really good time and have a very happy, merry New Year's too, because that's coming up next week anyway. So yeah, I hope. Sorry, I moved it with my foot. My foot's asleep, so I was trying to not get it to not be asleep, but it's not working. Anywho, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll keep you updated on a few things. I gotta get a light thing situated, and I'm gonna get one of those head things so that I can get really into the details of my art and crafts and harness that power so we can have better crafting videos. So yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, bye!